guys, so it's here me again. I've been wanting to make barbecue pork buns, but I've been trying to find like the right recipe, like the legit kind where you know, there's like the kind that you get at the dim sum restaurants, the Asian restaurants where the old Asian ladies push little carts. The filling was like awesome. The pork was on point. It tasted like the ones that you get from the Chinese butcher's shops. I don't know if you guys ever seen them before. If you're not familiar with them, they're like the places where they have like little piggies hung upside down and they're like all red and stuff.
Well, let's just get to the recipe before I scare half of you off. We need to make 3 different things: the pork, the buns, and the filling. Combine all the ingredients for the marinade into a Tupperware. Ingredients are listed to the left, so I don't have to waste my breath. Just add everything that isn't the pork shoulder right now. Oh gosh, this part looks so boring. I'm just dumping a bunch of little spices into a bowl for like 20 minutes. You can marinate the meat overnight, or you could just marinate it for an hour like I did in room temperature. Stir it up very well. Set aside 2 tablespoons of the marinade for basting later. Take the pork and just roll it into the marinade. I love how this marinade has 5 spice powder in it, and it smells really, really good. Taking a baking tray lined with foil, place a wire rack over it and your meat over it. The meat will cook more evenly this way. You bake this at 475 degrees for 25 minutes. Take out that extra sauce that you set aside earlier and baste the meat with it, and cook it for additional 10 minutes or until it's done. Place the meat onto a cutting board and let it rest for 15 minutes. So it'll be easier to cut and you won't burn yourself. This meat was so good. It's like good enough to eat alone. And showing you a few slices of them. Cutting it at a terrible weird angle because the camera is in the way. But look how beautiful these are. Like, I didn't need to use red food dye or anything and it still came out red and beautiful. Now cut it up into like small little dices so like you could eat this in a bun. To make the filling, heat up some oil in the pan. Add in the onions and saute this for a minute. Add in the sugar, oyster sauce, and oil. Once it starts getting bubbly, add in the chicken stock and the 2 tablespoons of flour. Stir until this thickens. It'll look like a little gravy. Take out the cubed pork and pour in your sauce filling into the pork and stir. To make the dough, add the yeast into a large bowl, some of the flour, and some of the water. Stir this until the yeast dissolves and there are no lumps. Shake the bowl around to find lumps. Add in the oil, the rest of the flour, baking powder, sugar, and cornstarch. Stir this all together. Add in the water, like the rest of the water. Stir. Eventually you can knead it with your hands. Add a little bit more water if you feel like you need to, and if it's too dry. Knead this for about 5 to 6 minutes. Place the dough into a clean bowl, cover, and let it double in size for 2 hours or an hour in a warm place. Punch down the dough, releasing all the air inside the dough. Take the dough out, knead it for a tiny bit. Weigh out the dough. I'm dividing 698 grams divided by 12 rolls, and I got 58, so each roll will be 58 grams. Weighing these out will make sure I have uniformed and cute little steamed buns that are all exactly alike. I'm so terrible at eyeballing things, weighing things just make things easier for me. Roll these each into a ball as best as you can. I'm kind of just pushing the bottom of it with my thumb and squeezing it with the top of my other hand. This dough was kind of a little hard to roll, so I let it rest for 10 minutes before trying to roll them out again. Cut out some pieces of paper or parchment paper, but pieces of paper if you gave up on life like I did, to line your buns. Flatten the dough into a disc. Flatten the edges with a rolling pin. This will make the bread not as thick on top, and it will be easier to form the buns. I think I added about over a tablespoon of filling, maybe a tablespoon and a half. Pinch together the edges. Go all around. Gather the pinch edges together, going around. Using the thumb from your other hand, you could push in the filling, but be sure to wipe that clean later or you'll get it on the bun. I kind of keep pinching and pinching and keeping my thumb at the center until I feel it's good enough and tight and secure. Place the bun onto a piece of paper and work on 11 more buns. Around when you made maybe half of your buns, you should start up your steamer, adding the water and letting it boil. Add the buns into the steamer, only half of the buns at a time so you don't overcrowd this. Cook this for 12 minutes covered. When it's done, turn off the heat, and then it's safe to uncover the pans. If you don't turn off the heat before opening it up, it'll give you little drip marks onto your buns, and that's not pretty.
I managed to save one pork bun. The hardest part of videos is probably saving a piece to taste. I forgot I was on camera and I ate how I normally did. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends. Sorry, there's a fly. And watch my previous video. Goodbye.